So, hi friends, this is Monish back here with another brand new video of the Daily Hindu Editorial. Sorry for not uploading yesterday's class. Yesterday I was having RRB NTPC undergraduate examination in Tirupati. So, I was in journey and couldn't write the exam. So, hope you understand that, and without any further delay in time, let us see the August 9th class. So, August 9, 2025, coming to the first part of today's class, we are having vocabulary. And vocabulary, the first word we have on the screen is prodigious. The first word on the screen is prodigious. So, prodigious acts as an adjective and it means adbhutamaina. Prodigious means adbhutamaina. Remarkably or impressively great in extent or size or degree, or extraordinary. Something which is extraordinary is called as prodigious. Synonyms are immense and colossal. Synonyms are immense, colossal. Antonyms ordinary and insignificant. Ordinary and insignificant are the antonyms of prodigious, which mean not being in extraordinary. Example, we have the prodigious efforts of the volunteers helped rebuild the community after the disaster. So, the extraordinary efforts of the volunteers had helped to rebuild the community after the disaster. Now, let us move on to the next word. We have parlous. The word is parlous and it also acts as an adjective. And parlous mean ఆపద కలిగించు. Parlous mean ఆపద కలిగించు. Full of danger or uncertainty. Perilous or risky is called as parlous. Something which is full of danger or uncertainty. Moving on to the synonyms, we have precarious and hazardous. Precarious and hazardous are the synonyms of parlous. Then antonyms we have safe and secure. Antonyms are safe and secure. Example, the parlous state of the global economy is causing widespread concern among investors. So, the parlous state of global economy. Parlous state means the danger state or uncertainty state of the global economy is causing widespread concern. Is causing a concern among the investors to invest in. And the next word we have is onerous. The word is onerous and it also acts as an adjective. Onerous also acts as an adjective and onerous mean bharamaina. Onerous mean bharamaina. Involving a great deal of effort and difficulty. Involving a great deal of effort and difficulty is often termed as onerous. Synonyms are taxing, oppressive. Taxing and oppressive are the synonyms of onerous, having a deal of effort. Antonyms are effortless, light. Antonyms are effortless and light, which does not have any stress or burden. Example, we have the new tariff rules are considered more onerous by exporters. So, the new tariff rules are considered more onerous. So, more burden by the exporters. So, generally in the news, we have heard about the US India tariff. So, US is increasing the tariff percentage across India, and this is considered as a burden by exporters. Now, the next word we have is abashed. The next word is abashed, and it is an adjective. Abashed is also an adjective which means అసహించుకున్నారు. అసహించుకున్నారు. So, embarrassed or ashamed due to a situation or one's action. Embarrassed or ashamed due to a situation or one's action is called as abashed. Synonyms we have humiliated, flustered. Humiliated and flustered means getting ashamed due to a situation or an action. Antonyms are composed, unashamed. composed, and unashamed are the antonyms of abashed. The example we have is she looked abashed when the teacher caught her copying during the exam. So she looked embarrassed. So obviously when a student gets caught while cheating during an exam, he do gets embarrassed or humiliated. So she looked abashed when the teacher caught her copying during the exam. The next word we have is latent. The next word is latent. It is an adjective. Latent is an adjective. It means Guptamaina, existing but not yet developed or manifested. Existing but not yet developed or manifested is called as latent, something which is hidden. Synonyms are hidden, concealed. Hidden and concealed are the synonyms of latent. Antonyms are apparent, exposed. Apparent and exposed. Example, the debris from the hill projects acts as latent explosive during the heavy rains. The debris from the hill projects acts as a latent explosive during the heavy rains. So we did use this word debris. So debris mean something which is fragmented. Fragmented due to destruction is called as debris. The debris from the hill projects acts as latent explosive during the heavy rains. So the fragments from the hill projects acts as latent explosives during these heavy rains. And the next word we have is copious. The next word is copious. It is an adjective. Samruddhiga. Copious mean samruddhiga. Abundant in quantity or more than enough. Abundant in quantity or more than enough is called as copious. Synonyms are plentiful, ample. Plentiful and ample are the synonyms of copious. Antonyms are insufficient, meager. Insufficient, meager. Example, copious amounts of water and silt surged through the town. Copious amount means large, enormous amounts of water and silt. Water and silt are generally formed due to rains. Due to these rains, copious amounts of water and silt surged through the town. So it has entered through the town with the abundant quantity of water and silt. The next word we have is craggy. The next word is craggy and it is also an adjective. It means ettu pallala. Ettu pallala. Rough and uneven, especially referring to terrain with steep rocks. Something which is rough and uneven can be called as craggy. Then moving on to the synonyms, we have jagged, uneven. Jagged and uneven are the synonyms of craggy. Antonyms are smooth, flat. Smooth and flat are the antonyms of craggy, which means having a even surface. Example, the craggy terrain worsened the impact of the Uttarakashi floods. So the craggy terrain. So the rough and uneven terrain worsened the impact of the floods. So the name of the floods is Uttarakashi floods. And the next word we have is impediment. The next word is impediment, which is a noun. Impediment is a noun. It means atankam. It means atankam. Something that makes progress difficult or prevents success. Something which obstructs something or some progress is called as impediment. Synonyms are hindrance, barrier, obstruct. Hindrance, barrier, and obstruct are the synonyms of impediment, which block something. Antonyms are aid, advantage. Aid and advantage are the antonyms of impediment. Example, the recall of Chinese engineers acted as a major impediment to technology transfer. The recall, call in the sense calling, recall in the sense again calling of Chinese engineers acted as a major impediment, acted as a major impediment. So the recall of the Chinese engineers acted as a great barrier to technology transfer. So the next word we have is labyrinthine. Labyrinthine. Labyrinthine is also an adjective, and labyrinthine means chickaina. Labyrinthine means chickaina. Highly intricate or complicated, like a labyrinth. Highly intricate or complicated, like a labyrinth, is called as labyrinthine. Then synonyms we have convoluted, tangled. Convoluted and tangled. So generally, labyrinth is a complex structure with intricate paths. So labyrinthine means puzzled. So generally, we do see some of the majors. So these are complex paths to find. So labyrinthine means highly intricate or complicated, like labyrinth. And synonyms are convoluted and tangled. It means getting puzzled. The next antonyms we have straightforward, clear. Straightforward and clear. Labyrinthine means having a wavy or confusing path, but straightforward means without any curves or deviations, straightly moving forward. Example: the engineers were experts at resolving labyrinthine manufacturing issues. So the engineers were experts at resolving labyrinthine manufacturing issues. So they were experts at resolving the complicated manufacturing issues. And the next word we have is stratagem. The next word is stratagem, and stratagem is a noun. Stratagem is a noun, and stratagem means vyuham. Stratagem means vyuham. A clever plan or scheme, especially one used to outwit an opponent or achieve a specific goal. So, stratagem means it is a plan or scheme, especially used to outwit an opponent or to achieve a specific goal. It is called as stratagem. This word itself contains the word strategy. Strategy. Strategy in the sense a plan. So, a clever plan, stratagem. Stratagem means a clever plan to outwit an opponent, and strategy means just a plan. Then moving on to the synonyms, we have tactic and ploy. Tactic and ploy are the synonyms of stratagem. So making a plan to outwit someone. And antonyms are frankness, honesty. Frankness and honesty are the antonyms of stratagem without any plan. The exodus of engineers was calculated stratagem to slow India's manufacturing momentum. The exodus of engineers was a calculated stratagem, was a calculated plan to slow India's manufacturing momentum. So we have successfully completed the first part, and now let us move on to the second part, which is idioms and which is one word substitutions. So in the one word substitutions, the first word we have is xenophobia. The first word is xenophobia. Phobia in the sense fear. Phobia in the sense fear, and xeno means people. Xeno means people. Intense or irritation, dislike or fear from people from other countries. So if you have fear of people from other countries or foreign countries, then you are having xenophobia. Then you are having xenophobia. So an intense irritation, dislike or fear of people from other countries or foreign countries is termed as xenophobia. The next word is usury. The next word we have is usury. The practice of lending money at unreasonably high rates of interest. The practice of lending money at unreasonably high rates of interest is called as usury. Generally, if you know the story of Merchant of Venice, we have a character called as Shylock. So, this character Shylock is usury. It means he do lend money at unreasonably high rates. He do lend money at unreasonably high rates. So, those persons are called as usury. The next word is archipelago. The next word on the screen we have is archipelago, and it means a group of chain of islands. A group or chain of islands is called as archipelago. Example are Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar. All these islands are a group of chain, or these are a group of islands. So Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar are archipelago, which means they are a group of islands. The next word we have is impunity. The next word we have is impunity, and impunity means exemption from punishments or freedom from the consequences of an action. Exempted from punishments or freedom from the consequences of action is called as impunity. So we have completed the one word substitutions, and now let us move on to the final part, which is idioms and phrases in learning phase. So idioms and phrases, the first one we have lose one's touch. Lose one's touch. Lose one's touch mean to stop communicating with someone. To stop communicating with someone is called as losing one's touch. Generally, in a casual conversation, we do say, are you in touch with him? Are you in touch with her? It means having a communication. So, losing one's touch means to stop communicating with someone. The next idiom is a lost cause. A lost cause. Someone or something that has no chance of succeeding. Someone or something that has no chance of succeeding is called as a lost cause. The next idiom, on one's toes. On one's toes. Ready for any eventuality or alert. Ready for any eventuality or being alert is called as on one's toes. The next idiom, once and for all. Once and for all. Now and for the last time. Now and for the last time, we can replace this phrase with this idiom once and for all. Once and for all. The final idiom, the last straw. The last straw. The last straw idiom implies the last in series or unpleasant event. The last in a series of unpleasant events is called as the last straw. So, now let us see some of the previously asked questions related to today's vocabulary. So, SSC CGL 2021, a question was asked, the word prodigious most nearly means. The word prodigious most nearly means tiny, ordinary, immense or weak. So, prodigious means extraordinary. So, immense. So, option C is the right one. Let us see the next one. SBI PO Mains 2020. The question was asked. Select the opposite word of the select the word opposite in meaning of onerous. So they are asking the antonym of onerous. As discussed, we have discussed the onerous and all these in today's vocabulary. So opposite of onerous means easy. Opposite of onerous is easy. Onerous means burden. Something which is burdening something is called as onerous, whereas opposite of it is easy. The next question, Bank of Baroda PO 2020, a group or chain of islands is called as a group or chain of islands is called as so is called as archipelago. We do not have the options here. So A group or chain of islands is called as an archipelago. And the next question, exemption from punishments. Exemption from punishments is called as. So if we get exempted from punishments or get freedom from the consequences of action, then we call it as impunity. We call it as impunity. So next question, IBPS PO 2019. The last straw. The last straw refers to. The last straw is an idiom and it means final event causing loss of patience. Final event causing loss of patience is called as the last straw. So successfully we have completed the topmost bits asked in previous year related to today's vocabulary. Hope you did enjoy the session. If you did enjoy the session, make sure to like the video and share this video with your friends who is preparing for the competitive exams. For getting this PDF, join the channel English with Technical Monish on Telegram with the help of this QR code so that you will be getting the PDF of the class as well as quiz related to today's vocabulary. Hope you guys like the session. Keep practicing and learning. See you guys in Monday's session. Also, make sure to write the quiz tomorrow, which I'll be sharing you the link in post section. Tomorrow there will be a weekly quiz which contains the words and which contains the vocabulary of words, idioms and phrases, one word substitutions from the whole week. So make sure to attempt the quiz tomorrow for free and share your score. See you guys in Monday's class. Till then, keep practicing. Goodbye.